The world of The Princess Bride is essentially our world as we know it. Goldman as a character resides in the world just like ours, albeit with two extra European countries, Florin and Gilder. The world piggybacks off of a medieval Europe using the typical ideas of castles, kings, and soldiers, but with a little hint of magic. The addition of the fire swamp in the story and also the resurrection of Wesley gives the allure of a magical world and a real historical one. William Goldman lets history do his work for him when it comes to making a realistic world. Since the story takes place on our same Earth, all Goldman has to do is weave in his new countries, Florin and Gilder, into European history by incorporating similar aspects of European history into these countries. There are certain details in The Princess Bride that connect it to the real world, besides it taking place on Earth. Humperdinck's castle is described to be the same as a typical medieval castle. The use of medieval implements such as swords and crossbows, and of course, soldiers, also adds realism to the story. This gives the impression of a typical medieval history with the kings and their people involved in a medieval society. The world in Princess Bride has very similar rules to our own. For example, the physics of the world is the same. People cannot talk to animals, and there is not a lot of magic. However, there is still some, of course. When Wesley dies, he is brought back to life by a man called Miracle Max, implying that magic does exist through the power of miracles. While present in the story, though, however, the magic is extremely subdued and really only becoming a major part of the story at this point. It does come up earlier, too, in the Fire Swamp, where Goldman creates his own character, or his own animals, but while these are magical beings necessarily, as they wouldn't exist in our world, they are very subdued.